Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Donald John Trump. This is to you, Donald, and for everybody else to hear also. Donald, I've known you for a long time. I really have. When I was 14 years old, not long after my 14th birthday, I made the conscious decision to suppress, to forget the memories of what you had done to me. And I was successful for, 52 years, I guess. Yeah, 52 years. And then those memories came back 2 years ago. Donald, you you don't get it. Obviously, you don't understand. Dang, I need to trim my beard. Oh well, I don't really care. You made a decision a long time ago to use lying, deceitfulness to get what you wanted. And you've been doing that ever since then. And you were warned before you ever started doing that it wouldn't work. And that doing that would end very badly for you. You were warned. I don't know if you remember that or not. I really don't. But I know it happened. Okay, and no, it wasn't me that warned you. It was the Creator is the best description I can give. Because of religion, people typically call the Creator a he. Most generally, especially in Christianity. I doubt that he even has a gender, or might not even have an actual physical body. I don't know. He might be able to have any physical body he wants to at any time he wants to. I don't know. Nobody does for certain. Okay? Nobody on this planet anyway. Not even you. You've got a human brain. So you're as susceptible to influence and stuff as everybody else on the planet. I know you are because I actually tested that in 1995 to see if you were susceptible to influence. When you said something about dealing with a hurricane or something in Florida, and I didn't know what the heck you were talking about. Heck, when I was living down there in Cocoa Beach area, and I decided just on a whim one time after I'd driven down to Miami Beach. Never been to Miami Beach, so I drove down to Miami Beach one weekend. On the way back, I decided, hey, I'm going to go over into West Palm Beach and look around. It was getting dark, and as I started down that, I think it was A1A, but I don't know if that's A1A in West Palm or not. And I went over the causeway or over the bridge there and turned right and headed south, and whoop, whoop, policeman pulled me over. What are you doing down here? I said, well, I was just kind of sightseeing. At night? I said, well, I've just never been down here before. You can't be down here. I said, really? This isn't a public street? He goes, you can't be down here. I'm like, well, can I just turn around and leave? What are you doing here? I said, well, actually, I was going to get a room over here at the Hilton. Yeah, right, sure. Like you could afford a room at the Hilton. Dude, I can afford a room at the Hilton. Really? If you can afford a room at the Hilton, let's go over there right now. If you can actually afford a room at the Hilton and they give you a room, I'll pay for it. Guess what? He ended up paying for my room at the Hilton. That West Palm cop, or Palm Beach cop, I don't know if West Palm has their own police force or not. He apologized. I didn't know that's where Mar-a-Lago was, or whatever he called it back then. I don't know what you called it. I didn't know you owned property down there. Didn't have a clue. Damn sure didn't know who you were when you stalked me in 1995. Try to shoot me with that ignorant gold-plated Colt 1911 of yours. Gosh. You know, you lost before you ever got started, Donald. You're not going to win. You might be able to do all kinds of things physically, but you already lost in your endeavor to take over. It ain't happening, man. And I'm not talking about just taking over the, United States. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to get into that online here. Serves no good purpose. But you know what I'm talking about. Man, this is the best advice I got for you. Quit. Quit. Resign. Sorry, my little alarm thingy went off there. And ask human beings to forgive you. That's your best shot while you still have time left. And your time is running out. Heck, you might be already deceased. I don't know while I'm making this video. Nobody knows when their body is going to pass, when their carbon-12 based human body is going to pass away. Nobody knows when that moment's going to come. Not even you. But that's the best shot you got. While you still have time left to possibly do that, is resign and apologize and ask people to forgive you and quit doing what you've been doing, which predominantly is just lying. Damn near everything you do is a lie. You know it and I know it. Whatever is between you and the Creator, the Almighty, the big giant head, God, Allah, Yahweh, use whatever name you want to. Be reverent about it, though. I'll give you that bit of advice. But that's between you and that being. I'm not him, it, that being, and neither are you. There was only one Jesus. He lived about 2,020 years ago or so. There ain't another one. his soul or spirit still exists. The way I understand it, he actually the creator incarnate in human form. That's the best way I can describe who Jesus of Nazareth actually was. And he taught against basically everything you've been doing pretty much your entire life. So, at this point, I think I'm pretty much done trying to influence you into doing the right thing. I told you to shut the up. I said, you need to shut the up, boy. Remember me telling you that? As I was driving you to DFW Airport? You should have taken that advice right then. You just sat there and been quiet and not done your and then what you did right after that. Look at me. Look at me. Remember what I saw? I know who you really are. Why you know, I don't get it, man. I really don't. It's kind of like I don't get pedophilia. I mean, as much of a whoremonger as I was, simple terms, sex-addicted person that I was, that's one thing I never crossed my mind. I never looked at a child with any kind of never had any of those kind of thoughts. For a child? My gosh, you know, what the hell? What is wrong with those people? You're one of those people. I know you are, don't I, Donald? So, I've done everything I know to do. I've begged, I've been nice, I've cussed at you, you know. Heck, after the Epstein file came out, talking about the limo driver, it took somebody about 2 seconds to figure out who that was really about. Videos on YouTube, especially the one that I made about driving you, it went from like 1,200 views to over 50,000 views in like 24 hours or something, and then YouTube took it down, of course, saying it violated policy or community standards. Didn't tell me which one it violated. Sergey Brin, little punk-ass bitch. Jeez. You're not the only Trump I met, Donald. Another Trump apparently actually stalked me, requested me to be their driver, so they could just gush about what a slimeball piece of crap you are. And no, it wasn't Lara or Mary. I don't comprehend why you even exist. I really don't. I don't get it. Except maybe to expose the other souls that are not capable of agape love. That's the only explanation I've been able to come up for it. And dude, I've been studying that specific thing for over 62 freaking years. So I'll leave it like this. Good luck. You're going to need it. Because I truly believe that you're just incapable of being honest. Oh, you know that song, Fire, by Arthur Brown? That's one of the things you asked me while I was driving you. What's your favorite song? I was like, what? Your song. Don't you have a favorite song? Everybody's got a favorite song. I said, yeah, Fire by Arthur Brown. You went, Fire. You know, the one that starts out, I am the God of hellfire. Oh, yeah. Really? You went, really? I said, yeah. I said, if you really understand the song, it should be everybody's favorite song. Do you really understand that song? Does anybody else on the planet really understand that song? It's kind of a parody about God Almighty telling Satan who's really in charge. Give it a listen, boy. Maybe that'll cause something to click in that noggin of yours. Got one last message for you. Since you seem to like that one so much.